Virginia disappearing this summer because of mass abductions? Virginia State Police say no, but that doesn't mean there's not cause for concern. You see, dozens of videos from everyday people have gone viral on social media suggesting children recently reported missing in Virginia are victims of mass abductions. Virginia State Police say there's no evidence that that is actually happening. They keep track of missing people across Virginia, including children, but what I can confirm is still concerning. State Police say 88 children were reported missing in Virginia from August 3rd to August 9th. I know that number is startling, but state police say that's on average for this time of year, and many of those children are missing because they ran away from home. And usually they return home not long after being reported missing. However, this is not to downplay the importance of finding them. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children told me about the dangers those children still face.
Potential gang recruitment, certainly violence, being the victims of violence, whether it's physical, sexual abuse, homelessness, protracted homelessness, recruitment into child sex trafficking.
The National Center says 91% of their cases are endangered runaways. Right now at WTKR.com, I have a link to the database for missing children in Virginia and across the country. If you see something, say something.
Now, real quick, I want to piggyback on that last video that you just watched. But before I continue, all praises be to the Most High. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings, family. Now, we just watched where they talked about 70 to 80 missing black and brown people coming up in Virginia. Now they try to downplay. Of course, you cannot go to the mainstream media for news. You have to go to the internet, because really and truly, one thing I would agree with Trump when he said it's fake news. They only put out propaganda. They only put out what they want you to know. They're not going to tell you for sure that this is what's really happening in Virginia. And this is going on all over the United States of America, if not all over the world. So with Trump, with this new law enforcement called ICE, literally kidnapping people off of the street, that's your modern day trafficking. They're doing legal trafficking right before our eyes. We might look at what they're doing and say, well, they fighting crime, or they fighting illegal aliens that's here, criminals that's here illegally and shit. No, initially that's what they said they was going to do, but the quota that they have to make, you cannot find. First of all, these so-called criminals that's here illegal, they're not going to wait around for you to gather them up. You know what I'm saying? So now they're going after regular folks that's been here, some cases 30 years, probably, not undocumented, but they are contributing to the economy, to society, law-abiding people and shit. They claim that they're the illegals, but they're the one that came out of the caves, out of Europe, and came to the Americas and all over the world and start occupying the world, because these are the fallen angel seeds. You know what I'm saying? These Neanderthal hybrids that's running around ruling the world, these non-melanated beings, they're the one that's illegal to this planet. Not just countries and shit, or certain areas, but the planet. So they came here to Turtle Island, that they refer to as the United States of America, stole this land, enslaved the Aboriginal people who were copper-colored people, who were originally black. A lot of these slaves that they talk about came from Africa. No, they was already black people here in the Americas. They enslaved them, took their land, put many of them on reservation. Then you had the Mongoloids came here, mixed in with us, and that's what they refer to as the so-called Native American Indian, when the true Aboriginal people were copper-colored people. Okay? Some history lesson for y'all. So they come here, stole the land, enslave our people, hang us on trees, burn us on log, rape our men, women, and children, and animals too. And now they're gonna make some kind of decree, some kind of law. Talk about you gotta come here illegally. You gotta come here legal. You're illegal if you cross through the border without being registered, whatever the fuck. Did they come here illegal when they first came here? The so-called Puritans? They did not. But anyway, now you have ICE going around kidnapping people off the streets. They say they're going to put Africans, if they catch them and they're illegal, they're going to put them in South America. And if they're from South America, they're going to put you in Africa. That way you don't have any way of coming back. That's the guys, family. That's the guys that they're using to kidnap people and traffic people. We don't know what happened to our loved one. If you're illegal here, right, and you're undocumented, they can always pick your ass up, put you anywhere. If you're really not about that business and trying to find out where your loved one is, your loved one can be, lost in the sauce. Remember the first Trump term, right, when he first was president, how he used to have these kids in cages and shit. You found out that they was molesting these kids and raping these kids and shit. A lot of these kids were unalive because that's what they do. A lot of trafficking is going on. A lot of organ harvesting is going on. This is why they created this shit. This shit is a ruse. And the next thing that is happening with the so-called ICE, the law enforcement, is that Trump is creating a private army because he know after the 4 years the Democrat is gonna, first of all, you know, this is why he's trying to rig the 2026 midterm, because he know that his popularity has gone down even among so-called conservative Republicans. So he's rigging, you know, like Texas and all that, trying to create other what they call it, something Mandarin, I forgot what they call that shit, some shit that they're doing illegally that they usually do like every decade or something like that, but gerrymandering, that's the word, right? And now he's trying to steal the election the same way they stole the 2024 election from Kamala. Kamala actually won the 2024 election. I don't understand why, for the life of me, she conceded to the shit, you know what I'm saying, came out. Trump, I showed y'all the video with Elon. Well, Trump himself stated that Elon Musk went to Pennsylvania, spent a month there. He know a lot about voting machine, and they came out winning in a landslide. Pretty much telling everybody before faces and shit that they stole the election. He said, you never have to vote again. After this time, you never. Matter of fact, at one point, he said he don't even need y'all motherfucking votes because he already knew he was going to win. They already know they wasn't ready for a black woman as so-called president. All these Democrats and Republicans, they all in on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening, family, is that this so-called ICE law enforcement is going around kidnapping people, doing traffic. They're trafficking these fucking people. You know what I'm saying? Because when they get these people up, they separate them, the kids, from their parents. You don't know what's going to happen to them. A lot of these people can't even find their loved one because, again, they're undocumented. If you're undocumented, how can you prove that this have happened? How can you prove that your loved one, where they going to go to law enforcement and say, oh, I can't find my undocumented family member? Just think about your shit. They are, these hybrids, they are literally using this shit to pretty much unalive people and take their organs, and it's a lot of shit's going on. And for the record, this video is for information purpose, okay? Entertainment purpose, YouTube. So don't go start striking my shit. You know what I'm saying? It's that family. It's a lot of stuff going on. Trafficking, people being missing, especially between the black and brown community. This shit been happening for decades. These devils need us. These are genetically fucked individuals. These are hybrids that live amongst us, right? And this is one of the reasons why you see they need us. They literally living off us like parasites, these devils. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do you believe what's going on in Virginia is really happening? I believe that shit. You know, so of course they're going to use a person like our color to come on here and say, and to try to debunk the shit. They always do that. They all, you know, these little sellouts and shit. They use these people. Of course, if you see a black person say, oh, there's no truth to it, you know. And if you notice, she double talk. Just rewatch the video, the beginning of the video, how she double talk. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. With that, I say shalom.